Hi, I'm Shelby Williams with Plano City Council. Tonight's City Council meeting was the very first virtual City Council ever conducted in Plano. We had several discussion items in the preliminary open meeting, including the Cullen Creek development, drainage fees, 3-year economic forecast. Spoiler alert, it's all in the air. But what everybody really cares about is the city's response to the pandemic for the coronavirus. Now, I'll skip to the punchline. We are going to have an emergency meeting in 2 days on Wednesday, April 1st, no fooling, at 5 p.m. The executive session will start at 5 p.m. We are going to discuss adopting an ordinance that provides clarity and uniformity throughout the region. We did have a robust discussion tonight. Several things were mentioned. Protecting life is the number one goal. It is not the only goal. There are a number of things to balance. The danger right now is that people get their news from Twitter, which is a horrible, horrible news source. We are going to explore drafting an ordinance that provides clarity as to the businesses and behaviors that are required. Recognize that no measures we take, whether they're the ones we currently have, and Plano did adopt restrictions 2 weeks ago of our own prior to the Cullen County order. Whatever we do, whether it's more or less or exactly the same, it will be largely unenforceable because the kind of manpower to police it doesn't exist, nor should it. There's also going to be a loss of life, no matter what happens. There is no good outcome from this. There is no net positive outcome. All of our elected officials, from President Trump down to the city level and the counties and the states, are trying to strike a balancing act. No matter what we do, people will die. For different reasons, but people will still die. We have to strike that balance between preserving life and preserving some semblance of quality of life. And I'm not thinking about people who are able to work from home due to the nature of their jobs. I'm thinking about people who are dependent on an income that requires in-person service and interaction. They're the ones that are going to be hardest hit by this. We have to figure out what is best to do to slow the spread of the virus. And I mean slow it. The whole point in flattening the curve isn't to eliminate the virus. It's to not overwhelm the hospital systems for the people who require hospitalization if they catch this. We've got to make sure, first and foremost, that the people of Plano are protected. And that is a difficult balance to strike. I don't have a magic bullet. I don't have a magic formula. Nobody does. This is uncharted territory, and the entire world is making it up as we go along. Please tune in on Wednesday. We're going to have an ordinance drafted that will be very clear in what we are restricting in the city and the behaviors that we are trying to promote. And make no mistake, it's not businesses that pose risk, it's behaviors of people. That's what we need to make sure everybody understands, and that those behaviors are as limited as possible. 5 o'clock Wednesday, please tune in, and please pray for us, all of us. Every elected official across this country is wrestling with this same issue right now. There are a number of approaches that are being taken, from complete shelter-in-place orders as though there's a statewide tornado, to very loose restrictions in other places. Denmark is going off in left field, which may be very interesting. They're simply trying to protect those who are at greatest risk from COVID-19, health risk, and then let everybody else get it and develop herd immunity. I can't say which approach is best. None of us can yet. But we do need to recognize that no matter what we do, there will be a cost in human life and livelihood. There are no good choices. So we have to try to make the least bad choice. Stay tuned. We'll be coming at you in 2 days. I'm Shelby Williams with Plano City Council.